Yesterday we had a fireside chat in school where we had an advocate who came in and he was talking about the fundamental constitutional rights, the various articles and things like that. So while in that session, we had about, I think, 10 or 12 students who were sitting down using ChatGPT, using different design tools like Canva, and they were taking notes. And as they were taking notes, they were working with their AI to make sure that they are able to create a booklet out of the session. And at the end of the session, these kids then created 10 booklets, 10 handouts with data and content that they learned in that session. And they were able to then create an artifact, which they then posted to the Instagram page and the school page and the school Google Classroom. One of the students who wasn't part of that activity came up to me and said, "You know what, sir? सबको एआई सीखना चाहिए बिकॉज जिसको एआई नहीं आता है it will be difficult for that person to go at the speed at which the other people are doing." So to some sense, even in when it comes to fundamental rights, I don't know, maybe there could be a time when access to such technologies might become a fundamental right. I don't know. But until that time, I think all of us as teachers, as educators, as school leaders, as parents, all of us really have to train everybody on AI tools, because just because somebody doesn't know a method or a tool, they become devoid of opportunities. I think we need to make sure that every child who's in our care, both at home, in our family, in our societies and communities, and in our schools, learn. And while we bring that to them, we got to think about the ethical sides of it, the moral sides of it. We got to think about, the guidance side of things. So I think we should start conversations. We got to think, and we got to really help, children get an advantage for the future. The other thing I was talking to one of our directors, one of our friends, and she was saying that India has this tendency of skipping things because in the West things happen slowly and cyclically, but because India is so rapidly growing and developing, and also because Indians are so entrepreneurial and they like to try things out, test things out, they're so action oriented and stuff like that, there's a possibility that we may skip a couple of these waves of innovation. I mean, as teachers and principals, if we skip the wave of AI, it's okay. But we want to make sure that we don't let our children skip that. Our children are watching us and they're learning from us, they're learning through us, they're learning with us. And if you're listening to this, just open your WhatsApp, try WhatsApp AI, help your child with one or two things. Your child doesn't like to eat spinach. Think of what you can do with WhatsApp AI to make sure that you've changed your child's mindset towards spinach. Have a great Sunday.